Paris, 1789. The air was thick. Not with the aroma of baking bread from Dubois bakery, though. It was heavy with fear and anticipation. Jean-Pierre Dubois, a young man, barely a man, knew this feeling well.
I see it in the lines etched on my father's face as he kneads dough, each push a silent prayer for a better tomorrow.
He heard it in the hushed whispers of neighbors, their voices low as they discussed the rising cost of bread and the extravagance of the monarchy. Life was hard for the Dubois family. The bakery, their only source of income, struggled to stay afloat.
Jean-Pierre, we must work tirelessly. We wake up before dawn, our hands covered in flour, hearts heavy with the burden of survival.
Yet, despite their hardships, a spark of hope flickered within Jean-Pierre. He had heard whispers of change, of a movement brewing in the heart of Paris. People spoke in hushed tones of liberty, equality and fraternity. They spoke of a man named Robespierre, a lawyer turned revolutionary, whose words ignited a fire in the hearts of the downtrodden. Jean-Pierre, his soul yearning for something more than his life of flour and hardship, felt drawn to these whispers. One hot summer evening, Jean-Pierre found himself in the crowded square near the Palais Royal. The setting sun cast long shadows, creating an atmosphere of anticipation. A large crowd had gathered, their faces a mixture of hope and apprehension.
People of Paris, the injustices we face, the crippling poverty, the indifference of the aristocracy. These are our daily battles. We must rise for liberty, for equality, to break free from the shackles of oppression.
Every word resonated deep within Jean-Pierre. The injustices Moreau spoke of were his own, the longing for a better life, his own. The crowd roared in agreement, their collective frustration and anger palpable. As Jean-Pierre looked around, he saw a reflection of his own yearning in the eyes of his fellow Parisians.
This is my fight too. This is our fight.
That night, Jean-Pierre lay awake, his mind ablaze. Moreau's words echoed in his ears, stirring something deep within him. He knew he could no longer remain a passive observer. He had to act, to fight for the future he so desperately craved.
I must act. I cannot stand by any longer.
The next day, he made his way to a secret meeting place he had heard whispered about in the bakery. It was a small, nondescript cafe, its windows dark, its patrons a mix of students, intellectuals, and ordinary citizens united by their hunger for change. There he met with a group of revolutionaries, young men and women just like him, willing to risk everything for their ideals. Jean-Pierre, with his quiet determination and knowledge of the city's labyrinthine streets, was recruited as a courier. His job was simple yet perilous, to carry messages often coded or hidden between different revolutionary cells scattered throughout Paris.
I will do it. I will be the courier for liberty.
The fate of the revolution, Jean-Pierre knew, could very well hinge on his success. The message contained proof of a plot by royalist sympathizers within the assembly to undermine the revolution. One rainy night, Jean-Pierre was entrusted with his most dangerous mission yet. He was to deliver a message stitched into the lining of his coat to a sympathetic member of the National Assembly.
This is it. The revolution's fate could depend on me.
As midnight approached, he set out into the storm, his heart pounding in his chest. The cobblestone streets, slick with rain, glistened under the dim glow of oil lamps. The city, usually alive with activity, was eerily silent. The only sounds the howling wind and the rhythmic clatter of rain against his hat.
I must deliver this message. I must not fail.
And so, with determination etched on his face, Jean-Pierre navigated the rain-slicked streets of Paris, the weight of the revolution resting heavily on his shoulders. His journey was fraught with peril.
Twice, I spotted groups of royalist soldiers patrolling the streets, their faces grim, their muskets glinting in the lamplight.
Each time he narrowly evaded them, ducking into dark alleys, his heart pounding in his ears.
The message I knew was more important than my own life. I had to reach the assembly.
The people of Paris, however, became his shield. Shopkeepers, recognizing his purpose, provided him with cover, pulling him into their shops just as patrols passed.
Market women, their faces etched with worry, misdirected the soldiers with false information.
Jean-Pierre, a humble baker's son, was now a symbol of their hopes and dreams, and they would protect him with their lives. After what felt like an eternity, Jean-Pierre reached the National Assembly.
Breathless, I made contact with my designated contact, a young idealistic deputy.
The message was delivered, its contents explosive, the plot was foiled, the revolution saved from what could have been a fatal blow.
Exhausted but exhilarated, I melted back into the shadows, my mission accomplished.
News of his bravery spread throughout the revolutionary network. He became known as the Shadow of Liberty, a silent guardian, a protector of the people's hope. Jean-Pierre Dubois, the baker's son, continued to serve the revolution, his courage and unwavering commitment to the cause never faltering.
I was present at the storming of the Bastille, my hands helping to tear down the symbol of oppression.
He witnessed the execution of Louis XVI, the culmination of centuries of struggle against absolute monarchy.
Through it all, I remained a symbol of the ordinary citizen rising to meet extraordinary circumstances, a testament to the power of courage and conviction in the face of tyranny.
Section 8. The French Revolution, a time of upheaval and change. The French Revolution was a period of immense upheaval and change that swept across France. It was a time when the old order, characterized by absolute monarchy and societal inequality, was challenged and overthrown by the forces of republicanism and popular sovereignty. This tumultuous period witnessed the rise of iconic figures like Robespierre and Napoleon, the storming of the Bastille and the Reign of Terror. The revolution was fueled by a potent mix of economic hardship, social inequality, and political enlightenment. The common people, burdened by poverty and inspired by the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity, rose up against the perceived tyranny of the monarchy and the aristocracy. Section 9. The importance of couriers in the revolution. In this era of upheaval and uncertainty, communication played a vital role. With the advent of printing and the spread of literacy, ideas could now be disseminated more easily, fueling the revolutionary spirit. However, the transmission of sensitive information, often crucial to the revolution's survival, required a different approach. This is where individuals like Jean-Pierre Dubois came in. Couriers, often operating under the cover of darkness, played a crucial role in maintaining communication between different revolutionary cells, delivering messages and spreading information. They were the unseen arteries of the revolution, their work fraught with danger, their dedication often going unrecognized. Section 10. The risks and rewards of patriotism. The story of Jean-Pierre Dubois exemplifies the risks and rewards of patriotism. Driven by a deep love for his city and a yearning for a just and equitable society, he risked his life countless times for the revolutionary cause. He faced the constant threat of arrest, imprisonment, or even death. Yet he persevered, his courage fueled by his belief in the righteousness of his cause and the hope for a better future. His story serves as a reminder that revolutions are not fought solely on battlefields. They are fought in the hearts and minds of ordinary people, in the quiet acts of defiance, in the unwavering commitment to a better tomorrow. Section 11. Conclusion. Jean-Pierre Dubois, an ordinary man, an extraordinary hero. Jean-Pierre Dubois might have been a fictional character, but his story embodies the spirit of countless individuals who fought for liberty, equality, and fraternity during the French Revolution. He was an ordinary man thrust into extraordinary circumstances, his courage and unwavering dedication to his ideals, making him a true hero of his time. His story serves as a timeless reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can ignite the human spirit, courage can overcome fear, and ordinary individuals can achieve extraordinary things when united by a common cause. The French Revolution, a watershed moment in human history, was shaped not just by its iconic leaders, but also by the countless unsung heroes like Jean-Pierre Dubois, whose bravery and sacrifice paved the way for a new era.